Welcome to Julik Channel. Welcome po kayo guys sa aking YouTube channel. Ang channel pong ito ay nakapagbibigay ng dagdag kaalaman sa ating lahat. I am very thankful to my beloved subscribers and to all supported viewers on my videos. Thank you so much. If you are not willing to learn, no one can help you. If you are determined to learn, no one can stop you. Kaya, kung hindi ka pa nakapag-subscribe mga ka-viewers sa aking channel, just click subscribe and click the bell. So, the next topic is about cough. The definition, causes, pathology, and etc. So just keep on watching. So the definition of cough is physiological protective mechanism which is characterized by explosive expectoration following a deep inspiration. Its function is to clear the tracheobronchial tree of excessive secretion and foreign body. Cough provide an essential protective function for human airways and lungs. Without an effective cough reflex, we are at risk for retained airway secretion, aspirated material, predisposing infection, respiratory compromise. At the other extreme, excessive coughing can be exhausting, can be complicated with emesis, syncope, muscular pain, rib fracture, and can aggravate hernia and urinary incontinence. Cough is often a clue to presence of respiratory disease. Impaired cough, weak or ineffective cough compromises the ability to clear lower respiratory tract infection, predisposing to more serious infection and their sequelae. Causes of impaired cough: decreased respiratory muscle strength, chest wall deformity, impaired glottic closure or tracheostomy, abnormal airway secretions, central respiratory depression or anesthesia, sedation, or coma. Cough mechanism: spontaneous cough is triggered by stimulation of sensory nerve endings that are thought to primarily rapidly adapting receptor and C fibers. Both chemical or capsaicin and mechanical stimuli may initiate the cough. Afferent nerve ending richly innervate the pharynx, larynx, airway to the level of thermal bronchioles, and also found in external auditory means and esophagus. Sensory signal travel via the vagus and superior laryngeal nerve. The cough reflex involve a high orchestrated series of involuntary muscular actions. So vocal cord adduct, transient upper airways occlusion, expiratory muscle contract, generating positive intrathoracic pressure as high as 300 mmHg. With sudden release of laryngeal contraction, rapid expiratory flow are generated. Bronchial smooth muscle contraction together with dynamic compression of airway narrows airway lumen maximizes the velocity of exhalation. Cough history: acute, subacute, and chronic. And acute cough less than 3 weeks. RDA aspiration, inhalation of noxious chemical or smoke, and subacute cough 3 to 8 weeks. Tracheobronchitis pertussis, post-viral tussive syndrome, and chronic cough history more than 8 weeks. Cardiopulmonary disease, inflammatory, infectious, neoplastic, and cardiovascular etiology. An acute cough occurring in context of more serious disease such as pneumonia, aspiration, CHF, pulmonary embolism is usually easy to diagnose due to the presence of other clinical features. Cough of less than 8 weeks duration may be the early manifestation of a disease causing chronic cough. Assessment of chronic cough. Regardless of course, cough often worsening when one first lies down at night or with talking or association with hyperpnea of exercise, but frequently improve with sleep. Exception pertussis asthma. Physical examinations exclude to the presence of cardiopulmonary disease, including findings such as wheezing or crackles on chest examination. Examination of auditory canal and tympanic membranes, nasal passageways, and nails. Cough may be manifestation of systemic disease such as sarcoidosis or vasculitis. In virtually all instances, evaluation of chronic cough may reach a chest radiograph. Chronic cough with a normal chest radiograph. When initial assessment with chest examination and radiograph is normal, cough variant asthma, gastroesophageal reflux, post-nasal drainage, medication or ACE inhibitor. For the characteristic of cough originating at various level of RT, origin of the pharynx, post-nasal drip, and the history of chronic rhinitis. So that post-nasal drip, laryngitis, tumor, in the history, voice or swallowing after the harsh or painful voice. And also in post-nasal drip, whooping cough or cough. In clinical features, paroxysm of cough often associated with stridor. Trachea or tracheitis, raw retrosternal pain with cough. In bronchi, the common cause bronchitis or acute asthma, bronchial carcinoma. And a clinical feature, dry or productive or worse in morning, usually dry, worse at night. Persisted often with the hemolysis. And lung parenchyma. Common cause, the tuberculosis, pneumonia, bronchitis, pulmonary edema, intestinal fibrosis. So the clinical features of lung parenchyma, productive often with hemolysis, dry initially, productive later. Productive change in posture induce sputum production. Often at night, may be productive at pink, frothy sputum, dry, irritating, and distressing. Dry cough or your RTI, initial phase of TB or TPA, cigarette smoking, bronchogenic carcinoma, occlusion of trachea and functional, and with cough, the false meal, lung abscess, bronchiectasis, infected cavity, gangrene of lung, fungal infection, mucoid, acute bronchitis, pneumonia, post-nasal drip, and sinusitis. Sputum color associated with various conditions. When the color reddish, the condition is hemoptysis. When the color blackish, the condition industrial infections, called minor cough. And the color of rusty or khaki, it is a pneumonia. And the color of yellow, it is acute. Hindi na nakita. Frothy pink pulmonary edema and a mucoid brown throat cleavage cell infection, current chill bronchogenic carcinoma influenza. And green, Pseudomonas infection and blood oyster tuberculosis or TB. For drugs for cough, the pharyngeal demulcents, the lozenges, glycerin, lactose containing syrup. Expectorant, mucokinetics, a directly acting sodium and potassium citrate or acetate, potassium iodide, phenicin, balsam of tolo, vasaka, terpene, and hydroid. And B, reflexly acting ammonium chloride or carbonate, potassium iodide. And a C, mucolytics, bromhexin, ambroxol, acetylcysteine, carbocysteine. Antitussive or cough center suppressants. A, opioids, codeine, folcodeine, ethylformine, morphine. B, non-opioids, no-skipping, dextromethorphan, exoladine, chlorophygenol. C, antihistamines, chlorpheniramine, diphenhydramine, and promethazine.